Yo, welcome back. Today we are looking at the OUI Spy versus the nyanBOX when it comes to flock detection. I know that flock cameras are a big controversy right now because of Ben Jordan and Safer Parts and just the data that they collect, and uh, they're just really insecure. So right now I am sitting at a Lowe's parking lot, and you can see here on the nyanBOX that we are scanning, as well as running the OUI Spy from FlockU, and then here is the actual OUI Spy here on my dash. So you can see right there is a flock camera, and if we go back over here to the OU or to the FlockU, and this is off a Hackberry Pi, you can see that we have nothing being received. I am running a GPS dongle here on the side, as well as the OUI Spy off the USB-C cable there. And then if we go over here to the nyanBOX, we are getting nothing either. I learned through one of the developers for the nyanBOX that the cameras that are mostly put in the Lowe's parking lots, they don't actually project an SSID or any BLE. I think he said that without a battery box on them, that the battery box, I guess, houses the units for that. So I'm not 100% sure how these things are set up and how they are configured. But we're going to take a drive here down another area where I know where there are more flock cameras. It's in the federal district. And then we should be hearing some pings off the OUI Spy. And we should also be getting some data off the nyanBOX. So let's take a drive and we'll kind of find some more stuff out. All right, we can see that we did receive one on the sessions and then one on the BLE. Nothing on the Wi-Fi yet. And the OUI Spy was beeping at me earlier for driving around. And then here on the nyanBOX, you can see that we have one. All right, there we go. So left, and then we can right. And then if we wanted to find it, we can then use the kind of the location service here. And this is kind of like fox hunting almost. So the closer you get, the stronger the DBI will be. And here is the information for that camera. We have the MAC address there, the name, and the RSSI, the age, and so on and so forth, and back. And then we can go back to the scanning feature. So when for the nyanBOX, its ability to kind of locate those cameras. For instance, in this area, there's like quite a few buildings, quite a few lampposts, and I do not actually see this camera, honestly. I know it's here because the OUI Spy is beeping at me. The nyanBOX says it's found one. I know there's two for sure in this area, but if I wanted to get out and walk around and kind of use the nyanBOX to do a signal location, that is a great feature for that. Otherwise, you're just stuck with the kind of Hackberry setup I have here with the GPS dongle and then going up to the OUI Spy there on the dash. And that's all that really is. Again, for flock detection, I definitely recommend the nyanBOX because, again, you can use its antennas to do a kind of signal location, and it's like fox hunting, really, which is really cool if you've ever done fox hunting. It's a really great device to do that with. So I wanted to take a drive around the block real quick and see if I can find these cameras. So we'll just see what happens. So the area that I'm driving at is like the federal courthouse, and there's a few FBI buildings in the area. So that's more than likely why there's flock cameras out here. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to get out and start trying to do a signal location with the nyanBOX in this area. So we'll just do a little flock driving instead to see if we can find where these guys are located at. That would make sense of why I'm not seeing them, because they're actually in the buildings, and that would also make sense why the RSSI is so weak, because it's going through concrete walls and such. So that's probably why, again, I'm getting poor signal reception from them, and it's not a continuous ping. Yeah, I hope this video helps anybody out that is looking for a flock detection system. So again, the OUI Spy versus the nyanBOX. nyanBOX for the win because it has the ability to receive more and also do a signal location of those devices. I also have the Wi-Fi Pineapple pager that I was running, just looking for SSIDs that would look anything remotely close to a flock camera. And then I also am running the CYD with Just Coming Coco's Marauder and a GPS with flock detection. It also has flock war driving on there as well. and I did not get anything off the CYD. So again, win for the nyanBOX because of its ability to receive more signals simultaneous with those 3 NRF chips and such. So definitely big win there. Anyways, I hope that kind of gives you like the gist of nyanBOX versus the OUI Spy. I know that I kind of said, like, you know, the nyanBOX has a lot of the same things that other devices have, but in its defense, it does have flock detection. I know that a few newer boards are getting that as well. I do know that they are working on a few external modules for the nyanBOX, so like GPS and a buzzer would be great, because then if you are really worried about flock cameras and running like an OUI Spy, the nyanBOX is your better option. You actually don't even need the OUI PCB if you already have a ESP32 ZAO S3 and a piezo, because on the GitHub page, you can look at that. They show you the wiring schematics to the pinout for the piezo, so you could just hot wire it in yourself, and then you really don't even need a PCB. You'll just need one that has an external antenna module, then that way you can go and reach out and touch where you want to touch out. So win for the nyanBOX when it comes to flock detection. I am excited to see what they can do for external modules. Oh yeah, so cost. So yeah, the nyanBOX, $220 ish, right? To get a up and running OUI flock detection system, you're gonna need the flock detector itself, right? So the OUI Spy. If you don't have one built, or you can't build one yourself, that's $85. And then you need a host computer, so you're gonna need a laptop or some other tablet or some other device to run with it, because it's not standalone. So now you're looking at, like, I don't know, $200, $300. So in that case, yeah, the nyanBOX is your better option, because you can then just run with it, and you're not having to worry about lugging on all this extra shit like I have. You know, like I showed you that I have the Raspberry Pi with the GPS, with that weird adapter there, and then your USB-C cable, plus the OUI Spy. Like, that's a lot. And then plus the web GUI is like really finicky. I don't like it that much. Like, OUI, just make a app. Just make a Android-based app package that I can then plug my USB-C to USB-C cable into the OUI Spy and run it as is. Like, that would be the best option. I can do it with an SDR, like Pocket 25. I can run that like that, but just make it where I can just run it off an Android device. I hope this helps you guys figure out more stuff on flock cameras and OUI Spy versus nyanBOX, and answer some questions. If you have any further questions, reach out to me in the description below, or in the comments below, or join my Discord, and let's just grab up on stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.